So I just wanted to give everybody a quick reminder that Washington, D.C. is stuck in the year 1924 on the issue of drugs. House blocks bill that would allow VA doctors to discuss and recommend medical marijuana to veterans. Okay, think about that. They block a bill that would allow VA doctors to discuss and recommend medical marijuana to veterans. Medical. Now, look, man, you guys know marijuana's not a drug I particularly like. It's just doesn't, for whatever reason, doesn't fit with my brain chemistry or whatever. But that doesn't mean that's the case for everybody. In fact, I know it's not the case for everybody. The evidence is overwhelming that it helps a tremendous amount of people. So there are a lot of veterans who have serious issues. Maybe they're addicted to Xanax or, the benzo class of drugs. And that could be a problem because withdrawal from that is serious. You could die from withdrawal from those drugs. Maybe they're addicted to painkillers. A lot of people are addicted to painkillers. Many people, let's be clear, many people who use it don't have an addiction problem, and it helps them just fine. But there are some people who are addicted to it. Marijuana is something that could take veterans off of these more dangerous drugs, regardless of what your opinion is on those drugs. There's no denying that they're more dangerous in terms of the effects of withdrawal. So we have an opportunity here to take people off of those drugs and put them onto something that's less harmful, that they may even like more. Certain people probably like that more for pain relief, for depression relief, for anxiety relief, for a variety of things, PTSD. They go, no, we're not even going to allow VA doctors to discuss and recommend medical marijuana to veterans. What in the fuck are we Not only should they be allowed to take it for medical reasons, they should be allowed to have it for recreational reasons. They should be allowed to have it for any reason or non-reason that they want. How we have a body that is just so massively out of touch. I mean, 60% of the American people want to legalize marijuana at a federal level. 60%. And that the House Republicans just blocked a bill to allow VA doctors to discuss medical marijuana for veterans. Medical marijuana. So you go fight and maybe die, potentially die, for this country that we say is upholding freedom around the world. And then when you come back and say, do I have the freedom to have this thing that might cure my illness? They go, no, you don't. You just told me I was fighting for freedom overseas. You just told me that. You just fucking told me that. I went and I fought for freedom, and I come back and you go, you're not free to have that. This can't last, man. This can't last. I know. Big pharma and the alcohol industry and the tobacco industry, they funnel tons of money into the government to try to keep the status quo as is. I know. I know the DEA is against making any changes to the drug laws because then they lose their jobs. But guess what? Changes are coming. Because the entire millennial generation and younger, they don't think like these dinosaurs do. They think like we do. And we say, what the fuck are you doing? So the time's running out for these clowns because there's going to be a whole new wave, younger people, that they'll get elected, and we have unanimous feelings about this. 60% of the country wants to legalize marijuana. I don't even know what the number is for millennials, but it's probably above 70%. So TikTok, your time's running out, and that's a good thing.